to Wicked Girlie.
I'm Kaitlin.
I'm Lauren.
So many times. Special guest with us today. Pardon.
Yeah. Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Wicked Girlie.
I'm Kaitlin.
And I'm Lauren.
And we are so excited to catch up with you guys today. Lauren is fresh off the plane from Greece, where she was a teacher chaperone for a bunch of students. So she's a little tired.
I might fall asleep on the couch right now.
And then this week I am going on a cruise down the Caribbean. So we figured this would be a great episode to talk a little bit about travel and our tips and stories, and perfect for me and Lauren to catch up on her trip to Greece.
Exactly. All right, so let's see. I went as a chaperone. This was the biggest trip that Senor Nickerson, the teacher who runs it, ran.
Yeah.
There was 89 people total.
That's crazy.
Just because he opened it up to parents.
Oh.
If they wanted to pay their own way.
Oh.
So not only did we have 62 kids, we had about 16 parents. There was 10 of us as chaperones.
Oh my God, that's so weird.
So weird. It was wild.
So did you have to chaperone the ones that came with parents?
Yeah, technically.
That's so weird.
Yeah, which actually was what caused a lot of issues sometimes.
Really?
Parents versus chaperones.
Oh.
Another thing that made it so chaotic is because the group was so large that the first 3 nights, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we were in Athens, but we were in 2 separate hotels.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's how big our group was. So Senor was with one group, and then me and the other chaperones were in another.
Oh my God.
So that alone was interesting because we had kids trying to sneak out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Was it a mix of all grades?
Mix of all grades, yep. I was with a lot of the boys.
Oh, fun.
So I feel like that was the issue. Yeah. And we were in the slums of Athens.
The slums.
Our hotel was not in a good location. Yeah, so that was wild.
Yeah.
And then Monday we got on a cruise.
Oh.
For 4 days.
Interesting.
So, yep, I actually really enjoyed the cruise.
Yeah.
I think the kids enjoyed the cruise the most too. But that was also hectic because there were some days we were doing 2 ports.
Oh.
In one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was go, go, go.
Oh my gosh. Nobody missed the boat or anything.
No, thank God, no one missed the boat. And then of course there was a club on the boat. And of course they all had to go to the club every single night. So there I was staying up till 12:30.
And you were in the club?
I was in the club, yeah.
The club.
The club.
Was it a teen club?
Kind of, but then there were also adults there.
Oh, okay.
I thought was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because Winthrop was not the only school tour. So there was a few other schools. The issue that we were also having is there was a group of 80 Serbians.
Okay.
And they were college kids, so they were 20, 21, but they could drink.
Yeah.
Harassing our kids.
What?
Yeah, fights almost started.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
They were just so rude. One night there was a karaoke competition. They interrupted 2 of our girls and gave them the
Not the yoki.
Yes.
What?
Yes, giving them the middle finger.
What?
So then I said something to the captain. I was like, can we have them removed? I don't know what's happening. These are children.
Throw them overboard.
No, literally, these are children. Then that was a whole thing. It was wild.
Wow.
So that's why the chaperones were all in the club till 12:30, making sure nothing happened.
Oh my God. Crazy.
Yeah, it was wild.
What places did you go?
We started in Athens. Then we went to Mykonos. Patmos. We actually went to Kushadashi, which was in Turkey.
Oh.
Yep.
Is that where you picked up the Serbians?
No. We actually didn't. They were on the cruise the whole freaking time. And then Rhodes, Santorini, and Crete.
Cool.
Yeah.
What was your favorite?
My favorite was actually Rhodes.
Oh.
Yeah, great shopping.
Really?
Yeah, the town that we were in, you get off the boat. It's like called Old Town. Tons of stores.
Ooh.
It was amazing.
I feel like I would love to go to Greece.
Yeah. I definitely recommend a cruise, I would say, just so you can get to each island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited that my cruise coming up, like that's the first cruise I'm going to take, but I am excited to take it because of that. Like I'm getting to go to like multiple stops in the Caribbean, and like I've said this before, I don't know if I've said it on the pod, but I said this to people, like when I travel, like I don't really want to have to like pack up my suitcase and like lug it hotel to hotel to like hit multiple spots and like try to like catch a plane, catch a train, etc. and stuff. So the fact that like you just leave the suitcase in your room and the boat just drives it around for you. Like I feel like that is going to be my new solution to multiple stops.
Yeah,
you know,
no, it's so nice.
Yeah.
And what I like too is like you do get like a taste. So say you really like something. Oh, I'll go back here for a week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so crazy that you went on a cruise like with the school though.
Yeah, it really was. I thought it would be like chill. No, I felt like it was like bus, club, another bus.
Really?
No sleep.
Club. With Senor in the club.
He was.
Oh, Senor.
It was wild.
The discotheque.
And then like, and then me too, I'm like, when like the Serbians like kept trying to like go to, this is me in the middle, like trying to block.
They probably thought you were like one of the students. Was your mom in the club?
She was.
She'd probably give the Serbians a piece of her mind.
Yeah, she was. Then she was trying to like dance. It was crazy.
That's nice though.
Yeah.
Are you glad that you went?
I am glad I went.
Yeah.
I do need a vacation now from
the vacation.
Yeah.
Would you chaperoned trips before. Would you continue doing it?
I would. Yeah. Maybe not as big of a group.
Yeah.
Just because the first time I did it, it was complete night and day. And I just think because it was so much smaller, like we were on one bus, like one hotel.
Yeah.
No parents.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah.
Like just take your own trip then.
Yeah. I know. I think some parents were worried about their kids.
Yeah.
And a lot of the boys' moms went.
Well.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, at least they were there. At least they didn't just stick you with them.
No, you're right. They all stuck with Hatsi anyway. So that was fine.
He was like, "Welcome to my homeland."
Literally. Yeah. So no, it was. I had a good time. I did.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to your cruise?
I am, now that I've located my passport.
Love it.
Big weight off my shoulders and that. Like I said, never been on a cruise before, so I'm excited. I'm going with my mom. She's really excited for it. She like keeps texting me. She's like, almost time for our trip. And yeah, and I'm also excited. Like I'm going down to Florida on the 1st, and then we're sailing on the 3rd. So I'll have the whole day for my birthday. So I want to like go to the beach and like just enjoy the sun and probably have some margs.
Yeah. Good marg.
Yeah, my parents will be like so excited to like spoil me. So
let them.
Yeah, I will. Fine. Twist my arm.
I know, literally let them. What cruise line are you going on?
Princess.
Oh, nice.
I don't really know anything about any cruise lines, but a couple of people I've said that to have said, "Oh, the Love Boat."
Oh,
so I don't know what that means.
I don't either. We're big like Norwegian people. So that's the only one I've really been on.
Okay.
But I think my parents did Princess for the Alaskan cruise.
Oh yeah.
And they said it was really nice.
Everyone who said who's done the Alaskan cruise has like raved about it. I want to do it so bad. I know it's on my parents' list too.
Yeah.
But
I love cruises. I'm like such a cruise person.
I feel like so many people that I've told recently that I'm going on a cruise has like reacted that way.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I love cruises.
Yeah.
We're cruise people.
Yeah.
Like, so it'll be fun.
It will. And then like you have all like the, again, like restaurants and entertainment on the ship.
Yeah.
Everything's like there. You know what I mean? Like you were saying.
And I'm getting to go to 4 different like islands in the Caribbean. So like that's 3 additional countries, because Puerto Rico is one of them.
Yeah.
That I've been to this year, and like just in 1 week. And
Exactly.
I love to try to at least get 1 country a year in.
Yeah, and look at you, 3 in a week.
3 in a week. Yeah. I'm ahead of schedule.
There you go. Did you guys book any excursions yet, or are you waiting?
Yeah, we're doing one day that's swimming with stingrays.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, my mom said like when she looked, it was like a lot of stuff was already booking up. So she was like, I picked the things that seemed like cool. Mm-hmm. She was like, I don't know that I would have picked stingrays if it was like stingrays versus dolphins, but like, so we're doing that, which I think that would be cool. Yeah. And then in, I think Puerto Rico, we're doing like ATVs.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and this new kid who just started working with me, I think his family's from Puerto Rico or something. He said, he was telling me that like, he was like, wear clothes that you don't mind getting dirty, because like you literally ATV through the mud.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll be exciting. So my mom was like, I booked it, and then I realized they drive on the other side of the road. Oh, so it can't be Puerto Rico then. I don't know. I'll report back.
Yeah, all right. I'm like, do they though? But no, it's like a
Puerto Rico is a U.S., so I would imagine no, but
so you'll be fine.
Yeah.
At least it's just an ATV.
Yeah.
I feel like easier to maneuver.
I'll probably be going like 10 miles an hour. My mom would be like, slow down!
Are you guys gonna ride separately or together?
I think they're separate, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, but I don't know. She's a little worrywart sometimes, but then other times she's like brave, so.
Yeah. Hey, you'll have fun.
Yeah, she'll probably want to impress me and be brave. Like we went on a bunch of roller coasters and we went to Disney together, and she usually hates them, but I feel like she was like, oh, I'll go with you.
Yeah, so she's going to be brave this time.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that's very exciting.
Yeah. I love traveling. Mm-hmm. You love traveling.
I love traveling too. I really want to go to Puerto Rico, actually.
I know. Let's look into booking that and stuff.
I keep trying to, but then I'm like, I don't even know what I'm looking at.
Yeah, so I think that we should we'll talk about this a little bit more off the pod, with the finer details and stuff, but like a long weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because I actually realized this was my first trip since getting Nala that's been the longest.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I usually stick to like 5 days now at the most.
Yeah.
So by Friday I was like
missing her.
Yeah. Let's get me home.
Did your dad watch her?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I am excited, and I think, do you have any like travel tips? Maybe not for like these specific trips we're taking, but like just travel in general that we can kind of share with our viewers.
Yeah, the biggest thing for me is with plane rides now. I wear compression socks, which I actually do think is super helpful.
Yeah?
What's
the difference that you feel?
I don't feel as puffy.
Oh, okay.
And my legs really don't swell.
Okay.
Especially longer flights.
Yeah.
Like to Turkey, going was 9 hours and coming home was 10.
Oof.
So I needed my compression socks. And then for some reason, no matter how much water I drink during travel day, I still get dehydrated.
Yeah.
So I recommend electrolyte packets.
Good call.
Yeah. Those are my 2 biggest now, I would say.
Yeah. Do you usually travel with like a reusable water bottle that you just like refill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I actually just got a tip from someone about that. So you know how like through security you can't bring water?
Yeah.
So she said if you have one of those like insulated ones, you can put ice in it though. And that does go through security.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm going to try that the next time.
That sounds borderline.
She says she's never
You try and let me know.
All right. Because it's true, airport water is always warm.
Yeah, and I get so stressed going through TSA though, because I feel like every single airport I go to, every time I go to even Logan Airport, they have a different procedure, and there's like no signage, and you get up there and they're like yelling at you, and I'm like, I just want to be like the best TSA person, like to go through. I just want to be like quick, efficient, like, but every time I go, there's new rules.
Yeah.
They're like, liquids out, don't take anything out. Electronics out, don't take anything out. Everything needs its own bin, don't put that in a bin. Like, shoes off, shoes on.
I just automatically have the TSA pre-check now.
Yeah.
I don't even.
I should probably, and it's stupid that I don't because my credit card does pay for it. I've just been too lazy to like do it.
You travel, so you utilize it.
I know, I really should.
Just do it.
Because it's so stressful. Like, I hate being yelled at people. I hate feeling like I'm holding people off. Like,
that's what I hate. Like, feeling like I'm holding the line.
But then I'm always like, I feel like I always end up in the line with the people first day at the airport. Like, never been here before. Like, you're gonna walk through TSA with like all this like metal in you. Like, some of these people. But that. Once I get through TSA, I'm like, I'm on vacation.
No, literally. Give me a drink.
Yeah. Which I'll spend like $40 for a margarita in the airport. I don't care.
There's no rules at the airport.
Yeah, at the airport, I like totally like, I don't know like who's what, who's anything, like, but I'm going to get a snack and a drink.
Yeah. And it could be 9 a.m. too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially.
Yeah. What about you? Any tips?
So I would say one tip if I'm traveling by myself would be that I always make sure my location is shared with people, like my mom. I usually unshare it when I get back just because I like to have a little space between us. But if I am like doing a solo travel, definitely share your location and kind of give people like an idea of what your like itinerary is.
Yeah.
But that would be like a solo travel. I don't think you really necessarily need to do that if you're traveling with other people. Probably another tip I have is, I will say as a pharmacist, my tip is you can't put any medications in your checked luggage.
Smart.
Because this happened to me over Christmas. Like, people had their meds on checked luggage, and then the flight got canceled and they couldn't even leave because they had to get their bag off the flight.
I would think that's common sense, but
I know.
Really not if you're not a traveler.
Right, and these were like old people where like their medicine is really important.
Yeah.
Like, but I think just pretend that money doesn't exist when you're in the airport. Screw it.
I agree. I actually do have another tip. I started doing this when my luggage got lost when I was over in Italy.
I didn't know your luggage got lost.
Yeah, me and my dad, we didn't have luggage for like 3 days.
Oh my gosh.
So now what I do is I'll always bring like a little like emergency kit of like another toothbrush.
Oh yeah.
An extra change of clothes.
Yeah.
Like just in case that ever happens again.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
I also actually, if I'm going someplace warm, like if I'm going from Boston and it's like not summer to like Florida or someplace that's like hot, I'll bring shorts with me that I can change into at the airport when I get off the plane so I don't have to go outside and like be melting.
That's smart.
I learned that from Mark.
Wait, really?
Yeah, when we went to Austin, like all the boys like went to the bathroom after we got off the plane and came out in like new outfits, and me and Diana were like, what the heck? Didn't get the memo.
They were prepared.
And then like we couldn't check into like our Airbnb or anything, so like we couldn't change.
They were smart then.
Yeah, they were. I learned that.
There you go. What do I even have?
I also feel like, you know, it depends on like what your plans are and stuff, but I think it's really worth it to spend a little bit more and stay at a central place that you can like walk to places rather than save money on the hotel, but then you end up having to spend all this money on like taxis or Ubers or whatever back and forth. And also if you're staying farther away, if you get like tired and you want to like go home and rest, it's more likely to be like, I'm just not going to go back out. Like,
Right.
Whereas, like, if you're like, oh, I'm just going to go out and rest, and then I'm just going to walk downstairs and go out to a bar that night or something. So I think it's worth it to pay extra for proximity to whatever you want to be doing.
I do too. Yeah, location is key.
Yeah, and like the slums.
I know. The slums.
You do have to look up where you're staying, too.
But, like, so Greece was through Explorica, so they planned everything.
Oh.
So, but I'm like, why did we get the slums? And then the last night, Friday, we were back in Athens when we got off the ship.
Yeah.
And that hotel was so nice.
Oh, really?
So, like, why couldn't we have stayed here the first 3 nights?
It's probably wicked expensive.
Yeah, you're probably right, but
there's some things that's worth it.
I agree.
Like, if you're going to be more stressed than relaxed because of the location,
and I was fine.
Yeah.
But, like, there were some chaperones who were not okay.
Oh my god. And that's the chaperones. Come on, jeez. Do you have any, like, dream places that you have on your bucket list? Like, budget's not a thing. Like, where would you go?
Oh yeah, I have quite a few actually.
Yeah, like where?
The biggest one is Tanzania.
Really?
Yeah, I want to do like an African safari.
Yeah.
And that's been popping up the most on my TikTok.
I've seen a lot of people who have been doing those recently in the last like year or so.
Yeah, so I would say that's number 1. I definitely want to hit Thailand.
Do you see James's stories? Oh my god, it looks so nice.
I know. I'm gonna have to ask him.
I know, and also what iPhone do you have that camera quality? My things never look like that.
Probably the 16.
Mine's the 16. I drop it all the time. I think that's
that could be. Wait, did you know that the 16 you can erase tourists in the background?
No.
Yes.
I don't know anything about this phone.
Look into it.
All right.
Someone showed me on theirs, and I was
that's wicked cool. What? I'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
Especially before I go on this trip.
You should.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's a cool feature. Yeah. Get the new phone.
Yeah.
I actually feel like before I did my first like big solo trip when I went to Mexico, that was one thing I did. I upgraded my phone because I was like, I want to have like good pictures from this. Like,
I agree.
if you feel like your phone takes terrible pictures and you want to come out with a lot of pictures, like upgrade it.
Yeah.
Like that is a worthwhile expense, I think,
or like
if you can afford it. Yeah.
And like a nice quality camera.
Yeah.
Too. Like,
like this. Like
I actually brought my digital camera thinking I would take pictures.
Did you?
No.
No, none.
No, just my iPhone.
Yeah. Well, and it's clunky to have to carry things sometimes.
It is.
And depending on where you are, the more stuff you're carrying, the more like likely you are to get pickpocketed. Is Greece big with pickpockets?
Oh, so yeah, Hatzi almost got pickpocketed.
Hatzi!
Like he felt it happening.
Really?
Yeah. But was able to be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Uncle Sean, he travels all the time. Like, he's a flight attendant. He's always in, like, Italy and stuff. And his girlfriend lives in Scotland, and she's also a flight attendant. So they both travel all the time. So they're both, like, very, like, well-versed travelers and stuff. And they were out to dinner in Rome one day, and someone stole her brand new Louis Vuitton bag.
Oh my
and
God.
he tried to, like, chase him, but, he got up too fast and like hit the pole, or I forget the story details, something like that. I feel like I don't remember if they ended up getting it back or whatever, but it's just like it could happen to anyone.
Yeah, that's why I'm a big crossbody.
Yeah, I will usually do a crossbody and like a small one too. Like I don't really need to carry much more than like my phone, my wallet, ID, and I usually I keep my credit cards and IDs in my phone, so it's like. I usually will just have something to put my phone in and zipper it. I do think you like get a zipper. Oh yeah, definitely. Super important. And I'm not a big like belt bag person. It's not really been my look. Yeah. I feel like when you I'm like chesty, so it looks bulky and stuff. So I don't do like the Lululemon belt bag, but I'll still do like an over the crossbody type bag because I feel like it's the most secure.
I agree.
Like, do you see those TikToks of that lady in Italy? She, like, stands by the Trevi Fountain, and she's, like, this old, like, Italian grandma, and she gets so mad at the pickpocketers. Yeah. So, like, she, like, stands at the Trevi Fountain, and she starts calling them out when she sees them. She's like, Andrea! Yeah.
That's so sweet.
I know, right? I don't know what exactly she said, something in
Yeah.
Italian, but
Maybe like, fuck you.
maybe.
But what
Yeah.
about you? Any big bucket list?
I would like to go everywhere,
Yeah.
but I mean, I would like to go to Thailand. I think Thailand, though, it's definitely on the bucket list, but I think you can do it more affordably.
Yeah.
What's probably like the most expensive place I would want to go? I would like to go to a
Dubai.
place that, I would like to go to Dubai, but it's not like really that high up on my list for me. I feel like I would really rather splurge on like a wicked cool like hotel that has like a private like pool in your room and like the hotel is like built into like a mountain or something like that. Like that would be like splurge worthy for me. Or like something like Fiji where they have the huts over the water and stuff. Like I think that would be really cool. I would like to go to Australia too, which it's doable, but it's you got to plan that.
Yeah, you definitely do. You probably places like that where you're going on the other side of the world, you need to make it like worthwhile.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Honestly, because I don't know if I could go with that plane ride.
No, and
like a week.
have to do that plane ride twice in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the jet lag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever flown like first class on like an international thing, so you had like a lay down seat or something?
Never.
No, me neither. I usually I never pay for expensive seats.
Me neither. But though when our flight was Turkish Air, and so when I was walking in the plane, I was like, ooh, this is nice. Like I wish I got it.
I know. Sometimes I'm like, should I just upgrade? And then I'm like, no, it's more expensive than the original flight was. Yeah, I think that probably someplace like on the other side of the world would be like a big bucket list one for me.
The flights they're just terrible now. They get me.
Yeah. I really want to go to Hawaii too.
Hawaii's beautiful. I love Hawaii.
I feel like I would really like it there. Do you prefer to do like, when you do trips, like nature or like city or like?
That's a good question. I want to say like when I go to Europe, it's more like city, just because it's so like rich with history.
Yeah.
I love learning about that stuff. But like in the United States, like put me on a beach somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like if I'm going anywhere, I want there to be like kind of a biggish city around. Like, I don't want to be like, I hate, and I was talking about this with someone else recently too, like, I'm so glad that we live so close to the airport, because nothing is worse to me than taking a wicked long flight, being so excited to land, and then have to take a wicked long drive.
I agree. I don't know how people do it.
No. Like, even people who live just in like Western Mass, I'm like,
no, that's 2 hours away.
That's horrible. Yeah. And Massachusetts is like this tiny. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, I could never.
And so like I kind of feel like that for going anywhere too, because then you also have to factor in the time it takes you to get back to the airport, when it's time to leave and stuff, and it just, I feel like airports are usually near cities, so I usually end up near cities.
That's true. I do like, like when we went to like Chicago and Austin, like those are big cities.
And I liked that we did kind of like nature-y things while we were there. Like we went to like Lake Travis. That was so fun.
That was wicked fun.
Or even like that Barton Springs place.
Oh yeah, that was wicked cool.
Yeah. And like Chicago, like we were in the city, but we did like the boat cruise and stuff. Oh, we did a day at the beach.
We did, yeah.
We went to Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I like to be near big groups of people, though.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm not into like the obscure.
Yeah, like I think it would be cool to like maybe do like a retreat one day where you like have some like guided like, I don't know, mental like clarity and stuff like that, and like a natural place, but like.
Even then, I'm like, it's kind of far from civilization.
Yeah, like really maybe like 2-3 days. But yeah, I feel like anytime I travel, I've run into someone from Boston.
Yes, we actually met people. One of the schools, the people were from Marblehead.
Oh, see, yeah.
No, you're right.
Every time. I was when I went to Mexico, like last year, I think 2 years ago, I forget. I was like literally walking down the street in Cancun, and I had on a Red Sox shirt, and some guy was like, "Hey, Boston! I used to live in East Boston," and I was like, "I work in East Boston."
Wild.
Yeah. But you always run into Boston people.
You do. Well, then we were waiting in line in customs in Athens, and the guy in front of us was like, "Are you guys from Boston?" And we were like, "Yeah, are you?" And he goes, "No, I could just tell by your accent."
Well, I remember when we were in Florida even, and we went at the beach, and those old ladies in front of us, I was like, "Are you girls from Boston?" And she was like, "Yeah, how can you tell?" It was like your bedazzled Red Sox jacket.
That kind of gave it away. Not the accent.
Yeah. Not the vodka margarita. Certainly not. She was acting like that was a Boston thing.
I know. I've never heard of it.
That's not a real thing.
It's not a real thing at all. She made it up that day.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, can you tell? Not from that drink."
That was funny.
Yeah, but I love traveling. It just it gives life like some purpose, and you come back so much more enriched.
You do. I honestly don't know how people don't travel.
Yeah, and I mean, we are so lucky and blessed that we financially can do it. We have jobs that allow us to take the time off for doing things like that and stuff. And I understand like not everyone is in the circumstances to be able to do it a lot. But even like a long weekend where you just get out of town, like going down to the Cape, going up to New Hampshire, something like that, like getting out of like your
bubble
circle, is so important.
I know. I just feel like that's how you learn, and
it is, and you also have to
become compassionate with other people.
Yeah,
and you learn different cultures.
Right, and also like you realize that like the world is so big and you are so like insignificant. So like the things that are like stressing you out and like big deals, it's such a minuscule thing in the grand scheme of things. Like
it's wild.
Yeah, but I love traveling.
I do too. I gotta plan the next adventure.
Yeah, after this, we should talk about Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm excited. That I just plopped me on a beach, but I do want to see like the rain. Isn't there like a rainforest there? Not a rainforest.
I don't know.
Like a something.
Probably something. Probably one or two things there.
Maybe, I don't know.
We should do something kind of cool too, like how I'm doing the ATV thing. Maybe we should look into like a cool excursion thing, or maybe we could like charter a boat for the day.
That'd be cool.
Ooh,
like
that would
catamaran?
be yes.
Ooh, that would
Let's
be
look
good.
into that.
All right,
okay,
perfect.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Any final thoughts?
No final thoughts except just start saving. Put in a little money into your travel fund and book your next trip, because it's nice to have something to look forward to.
It is.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
See you later.
Bye.